good sense, good sense.
Plotting on some meals, but I'm thinking about ain't too many niggas from my hood made it out. And me, I'm trying to pick the safest.
Bossed from the harsh realities known as Baltimore, Maryland. And I am an artist. Hip hop is my art form. It speaks to me, it speaks to who I am, and that's what I do. I actually started rapping by accident. I had this Tupac song in my head. It was the how many brothers fell victim to the streets. Rest in peace, young nigga. As I have a 4G, I be a lie. If I told you that I never thought of death, nigga, the last one's left. And life goes on, you know what I'm saying? I had that song in my head for a long ass time, and it was one of my favorite Tupac records, so I would just start writing that song down verbatim. Like, I would be in school just writing that shit down. Like, I did that shit all through elementary school, and I would read it back to myself. I would be reciting it, you know what I'm saying? Like, the driller be on the board and shit, and I just be in my seat like, so yeah, man, like, through doing that, I accidentally learned song structure. I learned about cadence. I learned about flow. I learned about hooks. I learned bars. I learned how a song can make you feel. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until I heard the Marshall Mathers LP and seen him interviewing about it, and it was like, yeah, I killed Dr. Dre on the record like 3 times. And then Dr. Dre was like, yeah, Eminem killed me like 3 or 4 times on a record. And I was like, what? You can kill people in your music and not go to jail? So at that point, that was like the breaking point for me. I was like, yo, I have to have a piece of this freedom. Like, I have to know what that feels like. And it just went from there. Started writing my own songs. It took me 7 years before I actually got into the booth to do anything. So, yeah, like, I learned that shit through writing that one song. I rap because it gives me a certain freedom in my life that it's hard to find anywhere else unless you just do art, you know what I mean? Art frees us all. Like, it helps us get those intangible thoughts that's in our minds out of our minds so that they don't destroy us, you know what I'm saying? And what I hope to accomplish with my music is I just want to inspire somebody to become more epic than they were yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, my motivation is rooted in the people who I inspire. So if I can inspire you to be epic, I've done my job. If you're around me and I haven't inspired you to get up and go do something by the end of our meeting, then, you know, I fucking failed you. My creative process is a bit, it's rare. It's rare, you know. I sit down, I hear a beat, I listen to it about as many times as I need to, in between anywhere from 20 to 120 times. And I kick around about 150 different ideas before I put anything down on the paper. I very, very rarely write down the first thing that comes to my mind. And when it comes to my music, like, I don't like to say that I write them. I kind of grow these records, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I have one seedling of an idea, and it starts to grow roots. And then I nurture that idea, and I start building on it, and then it becomes bigger and bigger until it takes on its own life. So I don't really write records, I kind of grow them, you know what I mean? I have a project that's finished. It's completely complete. It's called Young and Ambitious, but you probably won't see that one for a while. I'm getting the buzz up before I drop that one, because Young and Ambitious is like the embodiment of my entire life. You know what I'm saying? Like it captures the full essence of what it means to be young and have ambitions. You know, like, because when you're young, you can do anything. You know, like anything that you can put your mind to, you can do it. And when you're young, you have these extravagant ideas, like I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a firefighter, or all this other crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, on that particular tape, it's just me documenting my dreams as well as my realities. You know what I'm saying? Records like the interlude, the first line of that is, I used to be a loser, back of the class, I wasn't considered cool, I was lacking the cash, the butt of every joke, but I ain't never laughed, I was looking for love, my relationships never lasted. You know what I'm saying? So that was me in my youth, having an ambition to be in a good relationship, but it never worked out that way. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very organic project to me, based on what I was going through in my life and the inspiration that I drew from the shit that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and after that, it's gonna be a tape. Well, I'm working on several EPs. I was supposed to put Trap Fam for Life out on Halloween, but life got in the way, and that it never came to be. It was only gonna be like 7 or 8 tracks long, but now that I've had this extra time and people have been waiting on it, I'm just gonna make it a full-length joint. I'll probably do like 10 tracks on that one. So yeah, Trap Fam for Life, man. Working on an EP now with a guy from France named Ian Van Buren. He's a really good producer. He's just been sending me beats lately. He heard me on SoundCloud and he was like, yo, you're the perfect artist for my records. Like, yo, we have to do a collab. Send me an email, like, right now. He was very forceful about it. And I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate people wanting to work with me, reaching out to me and all of that. So he's been sending me records, and it's this one record in particular called My Galaxy on the Promenade that I'm building the entire project around, and I wanted to have like a certain laid back feel to it, you know. And yeah, man, I'm just waiting on that one beat. Like, I just need one more. Like, that's all it's gonna take, and then I can just put that one out. The project that I have on Google Play right now is called the Starter Pack. This is actually an accident. It was a rushed project with 5 records that wasn't even supposed to be put together. Like, this project isn't cohesive at all. You know, it's just a throw together. You know, because I had a distribution deal a few years ago, and they wanted something to push. So I took a couple weeks going through my catalog, and I just picked 5 songs that I thought sounded really good and put them all together. And I didn't know about it. I didn't know that it was on Google Play until about a couple weeks ago. So yeah, I've been telling people about it. I didn't even know where it was. Like, they told me it was going to be on iTunes, Spotify, Rhapsody, blah blah blah, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I looked for it on iTunes. I couldn't find it in the store. I looked for it on Spotify and found it. I haven't found it anywhere else, but it popped up on Google Play, and I'm thankful for that. And it was totally unexpected. They compared me to Jay-Z, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Lil Wayne, and Tupac, which is crazy. I'm like, yo, I didn't give them any fucking information on what it sounds like, who my influences were. They just said I'm similar to these legends, to these legendary figures in my culture. You know, and it's like, I was so flattered when I found out about it. You know, and yeah. I'm also working on another project called Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem is Latin for seize the day, and the entire phrase is, well, in English it's Carpe Diem. No. I'm tripping. It's not Carpe Diem in English. It's Latin. The phrase in English means seize the day every day, putting as little hope in tomorrow as possible, which is pretty much saying live like today will be your last day on earth every single day you wake up. And there's a record on there called Sippin' Hennessy, which is pretty much the embodiment of that idea. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much just me being artistically free, you know, like just saying things like I keep my Nikes in boxes. I got a Jordan display. I keep my Nikes in boxes. I'm stacking up all these checks. It's time to make a deposit. Hold up. And then I revert back to why I'm living this way. Let us not forget when I was broke, money low, had to make a budget just to eat and smoke. I ain't had no hope, trying to climb my way up out that bottomless pit, but I ain't had no rope. You know, like, it's the things in my life ultimately inspire my music. And if you listen to my music, then you'll have a way better chance of getting to know me than just talking to me. You know, because I can't give you the whole story. When you're talking to me, you're gonna look at me like I'm fucking crazy. You ain't even gonna understand it. You're gonna be like, why do you think this way? Like, but you know, as is life, you know. But yeah, man, that was my 15 minutes of fame. This has been Boss Star. It's nice to meet you.